Hello everyone! Today we are here for round number 3 of the CPL League, which is the crossover league that combines PC players with mobile players. And just like in the drivers, the commentators themselves also have a little crossover, as I'm from PC and I'm joined with Larry, who is usually from mobile. So hello Larry, how are you doing?
Hello, everyone. I'm absolutely thrilled to be able to commentate on this league as well. Now, I'm very happy to be here. Of course, not with my colleague Emma, who normally is commentating with me, but this crossover is also very epic. As we now watch the first drivers cross the line, it was Kraft, I think, setting the fastest lap for just a short moment, but now it's Kubo at the top of the standings. 33.4. I believe there's still something in there to improve.
Yeah, that's for sure. Although I think this first lap usually might not matter that much as the drivers are still sort of gaining their speed now. We should have some proper laps here as we see JT about to cross the line here, and I believe he might be having that. He certainly does have that provisional pole, or maybe not. Kubo just managed to beat him for now. We see also Matt in third place. Really good for him so far. Then you got Graf right behind it. It's also Solo there in the top 5.
Cuba could certainly be one of the drivers to challenge Charged JT, who's taken pole position at the last round, has won both races of the season so far, and leads the championship. Therefore, Figueroa is in second position. He's also taken second in every race so far, but I don't believe that he is here today. And then it is Kubo third, ahead of Kraft. They are already pretty far behind because Charge has just absolutely dominated the first two rounds. Only Figueroa is close to him.
Yeah, and ironically, he is in actually in Japan, but he just couldn't bother to show up to the race today. But either way, we look got JT with the counter attack and now getting a provisional pole 500s ahead of Kubo. Let's see if he can improve, and he does improve even further. That is quite a big statement here. Now being 2 tenths ahead of Kubo, as we see also Graf now in third place here. And yeah, then we got everyone quite close right behind us. We see Yua up to third place. That's a really nice lap there from the South African. You see also VC with some troubles here. I think he left now, he rejoined, but obviously cannot do any more laps as I think next lap should be the final one in this qualifying.
Yeah, it is the last chance for everybody. It looks like the PC players are better than the mobile players. Again, Kraft in third position. He often plays on PC as well, but I think he's best of the mobile drivers right now.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, the other two are from PC.
2 tenths are between Charge JT and Kubo. Kraft and Yoa behind them are tied for third position. Is there gonna be any change after this last run?
Who I think Kraft could improve on this final lap here. Who really does it, but it was very close. But yeah, as you can see here, we do got. I mean, I think we can once we see the actual results. Actually, I need to screenshot maybe it's better. So I could see already the qualifying results here. So let's have a check here, and what it is. So it's going to be Shark GT starting on pole position there, as we then have Kubo. Then in second place, 2 tenths behind, and then we got Graf and Yoha tied for third. So one of these two drivers could be starting in third places, and we got Matt in P5 ahead of his compatriot Suicide in P6 ahead of the Nikhil, followed then by Sobol, then it's Pituko, Malik, Oski, and then Finzi starting in the back of the grid. So we got the 12 driver grid for today here in Suzuka.
PC
Mike,
players are not only the better ones right now, but I also think that they are the ones that show up more frequently. I think there aren't too many mobile players, so 12 drivers surely isn't the largest of grids.
Yeah, that is interesting. Let's see how many PC drivers we do have. I think it's one, two, three, four. Oh wait. So one, two, three, four, four, five, six. I think it might be like 50-50. I'm not sure. I think Oski is from mobile.
Yep, probably.
If that's the case, if that's the case, then we actually it's like 50-50 between PC and mobile today. Unless I missed someone, but I think yeah, I think it's 6-6. So it's interesting to see here absolute crossover here. Unless Vinci misses because of his connection, which then means there's actually more mobile players.
Oh,
So
that's wide.
but yeah, it should be interesting race. The ghosting can be a bit problematic here, as when it doesn't ghost, sometimes there's some chaos, and sometimes some people see themselves ghosted, and others do not see that ghosting, and yeah, that can usually lead to some problems. Like one of the unghosting parts is right into the airplane, and the other one is into a chicane that is not exactly that tight, but once you go side by side, it can become a bit tight. So some incidents could be expected from there. But yeah, we will see how will things go in this race, which I believe there's no rain predicted for today. Which yeah, we will see how things will go in terms of strategy.
I'm very excited also for the ghosting thing as we go across the bridge, because that always just makes for some interesting battles, like to stay inside the other driver so we continue ghosting. But of course with the lag it can be very dangerous, especially in that last chicane, which normally is flat, but then with it gets very tight.
Yeah, pretty much. We should soon be starting the race here in Suzuka. As yeah, we do got Figueroa in second place in the standings, missing the race today. So Kubo has a good chance to climb into the top two here, and JT has a good chance of also extending his gap in the standings. And yeah, and I think it's his team that is also leading the constructors. If I'm not wrong, I just need to check the standings here.
I think the team of Cuba and no, yeah, Judged has got so many points together. Uh, it doesn't even matter.
Alright, but here we go then into the race. It's about to start, as you can see. Everyone's ready on the grid, and here we go. Then we got JT on the inside with Kubo. Then on the outside, we see also Yo up there on the inside trying to go for the move there, but we see losing a few positions. Matt up to third. Then we see Kraft right behind, then battling side by side there with Yo, and then it's Suicide up there, and not much chaos so far. And everyone goes cleanly into the hairpin, so very clean start here.
It's gonna be interesting to see if anybody is gonna try and fancy challenging Charge JT on these very first laps. As we now go across the bridge, Ghost for the first time, no chance for Cuba, and he gets rammed out
Ooh,
of the way by Matt, who now falls down the field himself. Cuba stays in third position, but that was a dangerous attack by Matt going into the first corner. Charge somehow still stays in the lead.
oh my
Cuba
god.
now pushing off drivers himself, and Matt's suddenly ending up near the podium spots again. What is going on here? Charged now
Yeah,
leads by almost a second.
yeah, not much going on in lap one, but on the second lap at the start, it really a lot did happen here. As we see Nikhil trying to get up to second place, and that causing a huge chaos here, which now just allows for GT to easily get away with also Yoa in second place. Now we see Kuba then in third. I think also getting away there, but he makes a mistake on a very crucial moment there. So Nikhil still behind him. Also we got Malik, then Vinci here. Then it is Matt leading this group for P7. So yeah, big stuff did really went down here on the second lap of the race, and yeah, few of the top drivers ended up a bit at the back now.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see Q and Matt still in that group, despite them pushing each other or pushing others off the track, and they still are there. Of course, it's It's given the first two a bit of breathing room, but Cuba now defending that third position from Malik and Vinci, who are now fighting into the hairpin around the outside. Goes Vinci. These two are both on the medium tires, and Cuba has just lagged on my screen, and now he's further down the order. What is going on?
Yeah, in the meantime, I just saw the rain getting announced, but JT is actually staying out here. This could be big because he might get huge undercut here because it is full rain. It's very likely to stay, and even if it doesn't stay, it should be here for enough amount of laps for it to be better to just beat for the wet. So we will see now. JT trying to initiate these corners now on the dry tires. Also, Suicide went for that gamble as well, but I'm not sure if he's going to be working that well for the Frenchman. But we have to see if Yoa is going to be able to undercut the British driver here, who is now into the pits, as he's already catching up to Suicide here. Now he's going to have to pit and very likely drop into the back. Is here? Oh my God, Yoa almost crashing into that pit wall. And as you can see, he's going to be very, very close here. But he's right behind him now. So, yeah, not a good decision from JT now, just losing the gap that he had. And now he's going to have a very hungry South African right behind him here, looking for a win here today.
Oh, I don't think that was on purpose, and now Yoa taking the lead on the intermediate tires. The rain is getting heavier and heavier, so Charged should have the advantage in the long run, but of course he has lost that gap that he had to Yoa before the rain. And I don't think that call was on purpose. You normally don't do that when you are in first position. You don't have to take that gamble. It didn't work out for Suicide as well. He's in 11th position now. And Yoa once again going for the lead through the two techno corners. And Charge trying to go around the outside. Now switching to the inside. Great switchback move if he gets that one done. And he has the inside line into Spoon. Goes onto the grass. Yoa still retaking the lead. What a battle, and Kraft is joining them on the mobile phone behind them. And Yoa has still managed to stay in P1 on the intermediate tire. Charged round the outside into the S's. What is happening here?
Yeah, we do have Kraft joining the party here in the battle for first place, and Good Mobile finally have a first win in this league here, and finally beat the PC players today. We will have to find out here. We see still JT leading the way with Yo, then second, and Kraft there in third, then you got Vinci, then on the Inter tires in P4. Really a good start from him as we see Kubo trying to recover from the incident in turn 2, as you can see on the final chicane, having a bit of an incident there with Matt and Sobol. And he's simply pissed off, as you can see, really not happy with that. Now tries to get past the Frenchman here, and there he goes in. Matt not really fighting that hard. Now we see Sobel right ahead of him here as he going to the hairpin as yeah, there he goes in. Kubo just settling down, settling behind the Dutchman.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Matt and Cuba are going to be happy after this race. Cuba now trying to go up the inside of 130, but it's very difficult with that ghosting where everyone can just take the optimal line. Cuba up the inside now of Sobo. Meanwhile, at the front, it is still Yoa staying within the slipstream of Charged JT, despite being on the intermediates, and Charged normally dominating in the two rounds earlier and the very first laps of this race. But now it is no longer looking as if his win is certain.
Yeah, as you can see now, taking the lead of the race right now on those inters. He has the inside line to turn one. Can he do it? He's actually going to slow down. And I think Yo is really trying his best, despite his being, to not push anyone off the track here. As yeah, as you might know, he's from South Africa, so his ping can be pretty high, but he's certainly been doing a good job in giving space to the other drivers. In the meantime, we have a massive battle here for P4 here. We got Kubo ahead, and it's Vinci who maybe pushing Sobel there, or maybe sometimes his car can be a little bit twitchy. As we see also Matt and Sobel side by side now as they go into the final chicane, and I think it is Matt who stays ahead, but now Sobel is going to counter attack here into turn 1, but Matt will actually just slow down here. As now we see Kubo also asking Vinci to slipstream, but I think he might lose that slipstream, or maybe just there. No, he's certainly not. He made a mistake now, which now puts Sobol and Matt right behind him.
Yeah, Matt, of course, also a mobile player, and he is having his problems here, but he's still staying inside the top five very nicely indeed. And now, once again, they go three wide into the chicane. Vinci goes into the pit lane, Sobel goes into the pit lane, Matt staying out on the wet tire for another lap. Let's see how we're doing at the top now. Still, it's Yoa, Kraft, Cuba, and Matt. Matt now up into fourth position. Charged has pitted, and he is in P5. He's trying to get away from Yoa, probably trusting in his pace, and the track is already dry. Let's see if he now, by pitting one lap earlier, can get out of this mess again.
Ooh, Kubo stays out on the wet tires. Look at this, he's really going for a gamble here. As we see, Yo actually keeping the lead of the race as he had the Inter, so he could afford to stay for a lap longer compared to JT, who did bit early, but now he's on the mediums, just slipstreaming the South African here. As we see Kubo absolutely striking on those wets, and now he might potentially allow for Yo to get away here. This is a really great chance there for the Ferrari driver here, but I think JT is just gonna be able to hold on.
This is very, very complex now. Cuba going into the pit lane, it hasn't worked out for him. Wet tires, especially, are just sliding around completely in the dry. And charged on the medium tire now behind Yoa, and doing the opposite of what they did earlier on, charged with the less optimal tires in the slipstream of Yoa, who has not got any slipstream, and now they go up towards 130. Are charged just going out of the slipstream, out of the corner, and cannot get past into that chicane. Turn one as well is harder to overtake than it might look at the first glance. Yeah, no chance for charge so far.
Yeah, also knowing Yo as ping, I think JT is gonna try and be careful here against him, but yeah, still in the league group, so he has still a few laps to go to be able to take the win here. So I think he's just buying his time right now. We also got this battle between Sob and Matt, and these two have actually been swapping positions for a while, as you can see here. But now Matt makes a mistake into the final chicane, and still Sobel just gets away for a bit now. As everyone just things really settling down here. A lot of drivers just separated by quite some gaps here. We got I think it's only Yoa and JT together, but I think maybe at the back we got Nikhil and Malik here. Two mobile players going side by side, and Malik heading inside now into the airplane. He has the outside line as we see Nikhil trying to come back here as he's traveling for Aston Martin. They go side by side now into the spoon. Now we see the black straight once again as they're gonna go into the ghosting. This could cause some issues here. They're gonna survive into the chicane. I think Malik goes a bit to the grass, but still has the slipstream of Nikhil. He's gonna try now on the inside to make the move here. They both sort of slow down quite a lot here, but Malik managed to get the position done as now they're going into the S is already got past the S is now under the bridge, and it is Malik ahead.
And now Charged is trying to get the lead back from Yoa. The soft tires are slowly breaking down, the mediums are as well, but Charged has decided that now is the time to attack. I believe that it was calculated that he wanted to stay behind Yoa, letting himself be pulled on those medium tires, but still no chance for Charged so far to get past Yoa, and this might be a bit of frustration coming in now, but he needs to be aware of the fact that Yoa is gonna be in another strategy and maybe gonna stop more often than Charged, and still they're going wheel to wheel into turn one. Yoa very much going to the inside, very defensive driving by the South African, and no chance for Charge. This is very impressive to see what a defensive job is going on here now, and Charged probably with some calculations in the back of his mind. Now he goes into the lead again, and we're gonna see if one of them, especially Yua, decides to pit, but no, he still stays with him.
Yeah, I think Yoa might wanna be careful because he might get another cut, but then JT is gonna have better tires, which then might give him an advantage if he can catch him up after getting overcutted. So we will see if they will pit at the same time or not, as both drivers' tires are getting quite old here, and I think JT is certainly getting an advantage now. So I think Yo certainly is going to have to pit very very soon, as yeah, it's now 14 laps to go. So maybe two stints for him, but let's see what will he decide here. So he's going for the soft, so he's certainly going to have to pit again. So I think he's just doing two stints of 7 laps on the soft tires till the end. But yeah, we will have to see JT where he's going to end up when he leaves the pits, and what will the gap be as well. Also, crucially for Yo, he's not going to have any traffic ahead of him, so pretty much just clean air, just trying to do the best that he can to have as much of a big undercut as he has. As, yeah, we see now JT now pitting. Now let's see if he actually is going to go for the softs or maybe try something different here. Maybe the hards to the end. And no, he's actually going to go for the soft as well. So he's going to try and catch the South African. And yeah, also crucially for him, he does stay in second place. So yeah, but the gap is not that much. So I think we're going to certainly see a pace battle now between the top two today.
Yeah, I mean, Yua really had to squeeze those softs for a long time, but Charged, as you can see, has now lost a bit of yeah, he has lost a second to Yoa, and they now are on the same strategy, so it didn't really pay off. Vinci and now Bituka as well are the only ones who have ever put on the hard tires, so that didn't seem like an option, and stretching those mediums out to the end for a second time would have been very difficult as well. Kraft still sitting in third place. He cannot fight anymore with the top two, but he's doing a very solid job on mobile, as mentioned, and as his name states. So yeah, he's doing very nicely. And Matt is in fourth position, recovering from the mess of a start that he had.
Yeah, we do see now Kubo going for a move on Vinci. He certainly does want to recover, and he certainly did want to make that move. And he's on a much faster tire right now. Now he's going to try and get a move done on Sobel. There he goes. And you see Sobel on much older tire as well. Also, Matt, as we see now, he's going side by side now into the airpin. And oh my god, I just saw Kubo driving into the grass, but it looks like he was not on the grass on this screen. But yeah, there he goes then up to P5. He has Matt right ahead of him, but he also has Vinci right behind him. So yeah, let's see how can the pole deal with this, as we also have JT then catching up to Yoha. So yeah, the battle for the lead is on once again, and now Yoha is certainly going to have to be defending for his life. But now JT goes for the dive here, and I think he takes the lead, but no, he makes a mistake. So Yoha back into the lead once again. He's now 11 laps to go. So yeah, actually 9 laps to go here. So yeah, what a race we're having so far. We see JT still side by side into the chicane. And they're going still now side by side once again into turn one. He has inside line GT. Can he do it? And I think he can, but Yoa not giving this one up here, as you can see.
It's fantastic to finally see a battle for the lead, and a battle that lasts for the entire race. It's Yoa who now wants to take on the giant that JT has established himself as in the first two races, and it's not only on track very exciting, but also in terms of when the first of these two is going to stop, and if the other one can react quickly enough and yeah, not let himself get undercut. It's gonna be very exciting. Still wait till where we go in the second sector now. Charge JT up the inside at the hairpin. Yoa going a bit wide. They are already struggling a bit on the soft tires, but it's quite equal for the two, of course, now. And once again, in the slipstream towards the chicane where they are ghosting. And Yoa is going for the undercut. He had the second position, so he could decide how the final part of this race is going to pan out. And Charged having to stay out for one more lap and wait and see if he can probably get past Yoa. I believe Yoa will be ahead after Charged now comes into the pit lane, so he's gonna have to catch up and overtake against the end of the race.
Yeah, although I don't think the undercut it's not going to be as big as it was last time, as this stint has been relatively short, I'd say. But let's see now. We got Yoa then on the main straight here. He's going to be very, very close, and then he goes in side by side into turn one, and JT goes into the grass there. So Yoa managed to get a gap after all. So there he goes, and happy to the lead. We see JT then 1 second behind, and yeah, so he does have to catch him up after all, but after an incident into turn one. So yeah, so it's still very, very possible for Johan to win as JT makes another mistake. So here we go then. The pressure is certainly on for both of these drivers. For JT to catch up to Johan and for Johan to keep this gap as much as he can. Because, yeah, if JT doesn't catch him, he pretty much wins the race. So, yeah, we will see. It's going to be some intense final 5 laps of this race.
Oh, he almost had the lead with the fresher tires and made that mistake, and now it looks like the pressure is creeping up on him, and he is almost a second behind and not in the slipstream any longer. So now Kraft still is in third position. We got Kubo now trying to get past and ahead of him. Kraft on the medium tires. Kubo is on fresher softs and he takes third position. There's a change for that position finally happening. And it doesn't seem like Kraft is going to be able to fight that until the end of the race. Sobel is in fifth position. He is now on the hard tires and actually doing a very solid job in this race. Vinci in P6 with soft tires. Everyone going for 4 stops, and Matt only in 7th now on hard tires as well. And Charged
Yeah.
is still behind Joa.
Yeah, but he just did the fastest lap of the race, so he's absolutely as fast as he has ever been in this race here, and he's very, very close to Yo, as Yo, I think, makes a little mistake there. Now you can see the battle is on. He's only 2.5 laps to go. There goes JT taking lead of the race, and now Yo off the track once again. What is happening there with the South African? That looked like an absolute distraction here. And now he's losing the slipstream of JT. This could have been very, very decisive into the races. He also has the older tires, so really not ideal for Yoa to be losing the slipstream now. As you can see, only 2 laps to go. JT has the lead of the race very, very closely, as now Yoa makes yet another mistake. So I think the win might be decisive already.
Oh, we had them going so closely together for almost the entire race, and it almost still looks like it, but now they are making more mistakes, which always is resulting in one of the two getting a gap. And now this cycle has turned towards Charge JT, who now opens the last lap of the race with Yoa 1.3 seconds behind him. The soft tires are dying out, and Yoa is looking quite, quite desperate now to get that first position from Charged, and
Yeah,
it
as,
looks
we,
like he's going to win for a third time in CPL.
yeah, as you can see, then JT going over the bridge now into the chicane, to the final turn, and here he goes, and he had to fight hard for this one, but he still gets the win here at the Suzuka Grand Prix with Yoa, who had quite a huge opportunity and did everything he could to fight for that win, but it is still second place for him. And Kubo will have to recover, will probably be very pleased with third place, although there seems to be some mistakes here. Because for some reason Kubo just keeps on dropping positions, but I think it is Kubo in third place, and it is Crafton P4, followed by Sobel, Vinci, Matt, Nikhil, Malik, and then now we see Bituko then crossing the line there. We see also Suicide. I think Oski in P12 will be finishing in last place today. So yeah, what a race we had today. That was very, very interesting to see. Huge battle at the front. We also had some drivers like Graf and Kubo who had to recover after some incidents in lap 2. And yeah, I think for the number of drivers that we had, it was certainly a very pleasant race, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, just Charged and Yoa probably would have made for a very entertaining race, but in the end, it is Charged once again taking maximum points, including the fastest lap at 32.83, and he extends his championship lead. Yoa has not raced at all, if I'm correct, so far, so he's now going to jump up many spots at once.
Yeah, that is for sure. And what a performance from him to just come in and immediately getting second place and having a huge battle for the win. So yeah, just looking at the results again, we have JT once again prevailing at the front with the third win in a row, with the fastest lap as well, as we then have Yoa with the close second there, and then Kraft. No, it's actually not Kraft. Yeah, it is Kubo. Pretty sure took third place ahead of his teammate Kraft there. You then have Solo for Carpathian's pick in P4 just ahead of Vinci, then in P6, then it is Matt P7 ahead of Nikhil, then it is going to be Malik ahead of P2, then Suicide close in P11, and then you got Oski then in P12. So yeah, this was today's race. I hope you guys enjoyed quite a lot, and we will see you in the next week here in CPL. As I just need to check where is the next race.
It's gonna be to Tuvalu. I think it's gonna be the wildest race of the season.
Oh, yeah, it is a pretty crazy track, also very challenging as well. And yeah, should be a very interesting race there. So yeah, we will see you in the next time. I hope you guys like it. And yeah, so that's it. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you.